Ghost Hour, Spooks Hour by Eve Bunting, illustrated by Donald Carrick. Ghost Hour, Spooks Hour. When I woke up, it was really dark. Something went woo outside my window. Don't be scared, I told myself. It's just the wind. I slid out of bed. An icy wetness touched my toes, and I leaped back. Eek, what? Then I remembered Biff, my big white dog who sleeps under my bed at night. Biff has the coldest, wettest nose. Hi, Biff, I said. I felt for the bedside lamp and pushed the button. Nothing happened. I pushed it again. Nothing happened again. Oh, Biff, I whispered, I don't like this. Let's get out of here. My bedroom door moaned when I opened it. Ee, Biff moaned. It's okay, I said. I think it's the door always creaks. I think it sounds louder at night. It was good to have Biff to talk to. We paddled fast along the hallway to my parents' room. Mom, I whispered. Dad? No answer. I clicked the light switch. No light again. Woo went the wind. Woo. I shuffled across to the bed and felt around. The sheets were warm and lumpy, but the bed was empty. Where were Mom and Dad? Woo, Biff howled. Quit that, I said, though I wanted to howl myself. Where could they be? Something went crank against the window. Crank, slither, bish. Something was out there. Black, snaky things pounced on the glass. I tried to get behind Biff, but he was trying to get behind me. I made myself peer over his back. Woo, I said, standing up and uncurling my fingers from Biff's fur. It's only our black snaky tree branches, silly Biff. You don't have to be this scared. Let's go find Mom and Dad. We stood at the top of the stairs in the dark, pushing against us. Mom? Dad? My voice disappeared into the dark cave below. The dining room clock went boom, 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 boom. 12 o'clock midnight, I said, and I thought, Ghosts Hour, Spooks Hour, but I didn't tell Biff. He threw himself across my feet, warm and trembly. In a way, I wanted to stay here too, or run back to bed and pull the blankets up over my head. But here was too scary, and back there was scarier still. Come, Biff, I said. He wouldn't. I gathered him up, but he had made himself heavy, and he was hard to hold because of the shaking. Parts of him kept slipping as I carried him downstairs. Tick, tick went the big clock. Swish, swish went the pendulum. Clatter, rattle, shuffle, shift went the dead leaves against the house. Through the long dining room windows, I saw a smoky moon with clouds piled high against it. Our table seemed monstrously big, chairs humpbacked and clawed and crouched around. Ooh, Biff growled. My heart gave a great jiggle. A horrible whiteness seemed to be moving toward me out of the dark, a shapeless bob whiteness. Ghost Hour, Spooks Hour, help, I yelled, dropping Biff in a heap and leaping backwards against the table. Apples and oranges from the fruit bar thudded past me, from the fruit bowl thudded past me to plop on the rug. Help! The blob-like whiteness yelled, dropping the front part of itself and leaping back too. Whoa! Biff was squirming to get below the table. Wah! The front part of the blob squirmed for the table too. Come back, Biff, I shouted, and then I remembered the big mirror over the sideboard, and I knew that the horrible whiteness had been me carrying the blob was Biff. That's all. And then I remembered the big mirror over the sideboard, and I knew the horrible whiteness had been me carrying the blob that was Biff. That's all. So why was I standing here howling too? The howling just as loudly as silly Biff. The dining room door burst open, and a voice said, Jake, is that you? Dad! I ran and jumped up on him, and Biff ran and jumped up too. Hey, Dad laughed, his arms closed around us. I'm overflowing, he gasped. I felt the scratchiness of his cheek and smelled the dad smell. Biff's tail whipped against my legs. Mom was behind Dad holding a candle. The wind knocked the lights off, she said, and a tree branch was banging against our window. We decided to sleep down here on the couch. Biff thought you had left us, I said. He was so scared. Mom stroked Biff's head. Silly Biff, don't you know we'd never leave you two guys? She stroked my head too. There was room for all of us on the couch bed. Dad blew out the candle and we lay close in the dark. Outside the wind went woo and the leaves went shift as they chased each other in the big long grass. Don't worry about being scared, Mom told Biff. Everyone's scared sometimes. Yeah, Biff, I said. Don't worry about it at all. I held his warm paw in Mom's warm hand and counted moon shadows on the ceiling till I fell asleep. Thank you for reading along with me today. Remember to like and subscribe. You are never too old, too wacky, too wild to pick up a book and read to a child. Dr. Seuss.